archive opens. Every spring, you burn the most valuable part of your garden. And every spring, you drive to the store and buy it back. $40, maybe $80, year after year. There are over 300 published research papers proving that the branches you throw away are worth more than every bag of mulch you have ever bought, combined. You have never heard of any of them. The answer starts 400 years ago. You know the ritual. Pruning season comes. The fruit trees, the roses, the hedges. The pile grows in the corner of the yard. And then, because that is what everyone does, you burn it, or bag it, or drag it to the curb. Then you go to the garden center and you buy bags of mulch. But those branches you just threw away, the small ones, under 7 centimeters in diameter, they contain the highest concentration of nutrients, lignin, and growth hormones in the entire tree. The part you throw away is the part the tree invested the most energy into growing. In Germanic agricultural texts dating back to the 1600s, there is a method called Hügelkultur, burying branches beneath garden beds. The wood decomposes slowly, holds moisture like a sponge, and feeds the soil for years. In 1978, a professor named Gilles Lemieux at Université Laval in Quebec began studying what he called ramiel chipped wood, small diameter branches, chipped fresh, and applied directly to soil. His team published over 300 papers across 2 decades. They proved that this material outperformed conventional compost in fungal colonization, in nutrient cycling, in long-term soil carbon. Then, by the late 1990s, the funding stopped. No scandal, no rebuttal. Just silence. While that research was being quietly shelved, the North American mulch industry grew to $1.3 billion per year. Bagged, processed, often dyed wood products, sold back to the very people who had the raw materials sitting in their yards all along. The research was not wrong. It was inconvenient. But the method itself never disappeared. Let me show you exactly how it works. You need one tool, a chipper or a shredder. They range from $100 for a basic electric model to several hundred for a gas-powered unit. The key detail, and this is what Lemieux identified, is the branch diameter, under 7 centimeters. That is roughly the width of your wrist. This is the sweet spot, where the concentration of nutrients and lignin is highest. And one more thing, use them fresh, not dried, not seasoned. The growth hormones and active compounds are in the living wood. Once it dries out, you lose most of what makes this work. Fresh branches under 7 centimeters, that is your starting material. Feed the branches through, and you get this. Fresh wood chips, light in color, slightly moist, with a clean, earthy smell. Now, you have 2 options. Option 1. Spread them directly on top of your garden beds, 2 to 3 inches deep, around your plants, between your rows, over any bare soil. This is surface mulching, and it is the simplest approach. Now, a common concern. Will wood chips steal nitrogen from the soil? Only if you till them in. On top, the chips stay on the surface. The fungi work from above downward, and there is no nitrogen lock. Surface application, that is the rule. Option 2, and this is for those of you without a chipper. Dig a shallow trench, lay the branches in hole, cover with soil, plant over them in spring. This is the burial method. structurally identical to Hugelkultur, and it works just as well. It just takes longer. Either way, you are not just spreading mulch. You are feeding the network that feeds everything above it. Now, you have done everything right. The chips are down. But what is happening beneath your feet right now is where the real story begins. Within days, the soil beneath the chips stays dark, moist, protected. You can see this. That is moisture retention, and it is the first thing you will notice. Then, the weeds stop. The light is blocked. Germination shuts down. Your beds stay clean without pulling a single weed. But go deeper, and this is where it gets remarkable. White threads begin to spread through the wood. Fungi. They are breaking down the lignin, converting it into humus, and building a network that connects root to root across your entire garden. A mycorrhizal web, feeding everything it touches, and the soil itself changes. It gets darker, richer, more alive, year after year. Soil carbon building steadily, the opposite of depletion. This is what Lemieux measured. This is what 300 papers proved. And this is what the industry would rather you buy in a bag. In the Carpathian villages of Eastern Europe, grandmothers have been burying branches beneath their garden beds for generations. No research papers, no university funding, just dark soil and abundant harvests on rocky ground. What Lemieux measured in a lab, they already knew in their hands. Hugelkultur, ramial chipped wood. The grandmother's method. 3 names, 3 continents, 1 cycle. The branch feeds the fungi. The fungi feed the roots. The roots grow the tree. The tree grows the branch. And when you prune that branch and return it to the soil, the cycle continues. It was never broken. We just stopped seeing it. Now, you might think this sounds too simple. And it is simple, but the science behind it took 300 papers and 20 years to prove. Simple does not mean insignificant. So here is what you need: a chipper or a shovel. Branches under 7 centimeters, fresh from pruning. Spread them on the surface or bury them in a trench. Start right after pruning season, which for most of you is right now. That pile of branches in your yard is not waste. It never was. It is the beginning of a cycle that has been running for 400 years, whether anyone noticed or not. The next time you stand in front of that pile of pruned branches, and you will, because spring always comes, remember this: you are not looking at waste. You are looking at 400 years of buried knowledge. A cycle that the science confirmed, that the industry ignored, and that your grandmother already understood. It runs with or without you. The only question is whether you will rejoin it. If this changed how you see your garden, the archive has more. And if you know someone who burns their branches every spring, maybe it is time they saw this too. The archive closes,